Look at that happy, hopeful face. I had no idea at this point that this project was gonna go so incredibly wrong. These pictures fell off of the wall because I used command Velcro. Even though it said it holds 10 pounds, that's a lie. I used 4 of them. They still fell off the wall. So now I'm gonna use these monkey hooks that hold up to 100 pounds for each one, and I'm gonna use 2, so I'm gonna guarantee now that they are not gonna fall off the wall. You would think by watching me here that I know what I'm doing and that I have everything together. I've got a plan in place. I already know the distance I want in between each picture. I'm marking everything on the wall. I'm even going to use a laser level to make sure that every mark is lined up perfectly. Pretty much every picture in my house is hung with these hooks. I don't know why I didn't use them to hang these pictures originally. For whatever reason, I used command Velcro and they fell off the wall. Also, RIP to that thumbnail. You see how it looks here? It's not going to look like that in just a minute. Loving you has made me realize I'm so tired of songs like that turns out. When I moved this Lazy Susan and saw that circle of dust, I actually laughed because I'm like, I clean around it, but as you can see, I don't clean under it very often. What I'm doing here is I'm taking the picture from the old frame that fell off the wall and broke. I'm just taking the matting in the picture and I'm putting it into the new frame. And this is where I realized my mistake. The back of this one is different. These are 10 3/4 inches apart, which is what I measured on the wall because I had to replace them. These are 14.5 inches apart. So I'm going to take the backs from the old ones and put the backs on the new ones. They're all the same. Why is one different? One is different. I have 5 picture frames. One has a different back on it. I have all these holes in my wall now. I would like to also recommend not using your fingernail to pull these little tabs up. I literally ripped my fingernail off. That is not a chip in my nail polish. That is my fingernail that ripped up that high. Luckily, I have all the stuff to be able to fix it, but I'm telling you, that hurt so bad. I'm so tired of you. Now I have remeasured the distance between each of the little picture hanging hooks. I already have the little marks on the wall level, so I don't need to level it again, although just to be safe, I'm going to. This is the only picture that didn't fall off of the wall, but it's the only picture that has a different hook on the back, so I'm just taking one of the new ones and sticking it on there now. I'm laughing because when I put the level up there, I was like, close enough. Body to body, yeah. Getting closer to just being nothing else. Today is all about house projects, and I'm not doing any dusting, so I'm just going to wipe that spot in the middle and carry on. The next project is to install the 2 outdoor sensors for my front and back gate to connect them to my Ring alarm. Last night around 9:30, I got an alarm that this sensor may have been tampered with. I went outside to go look and didn't see anything wrong with it, so apparently I didn't line it up exactly perfect, and I'm going to have to go back out and fix it. The next project is to rehang the motion sensor that fell off the wall. So the problem that I'm having, the screws I have are not flat on the top, so when I try to put the sensor back into the little case here, it doesn't fit securely. So I thought maybe I would just use screws longer and put them in the back into the corner of the wall, but the problem is my wall is not really that level. So what I did was I went and grabbed some monster tape. I don't know if you can see it here. The original tape like this was not sticky enough for some reason, even though I cleaned the wall with alcohol, and the sensor fell off the wall. So I'm gonna see if that will stick it up on the wall a little bit better, and if not, I'm just gonna have to at some point go to Home Depot and get some flat screws so I can screw it in on each corner. I just looked at the wall where I'm sitting here editing to see if the motion sensor was still there. It's not. It's probably on the floor somewhere down behind that table. Apparently I'm gonna have to make a trip to Home Depot and get those screws with the flat head so that I can screw it into the wall permanently. The next project isn't technically a project, but it is something that's been on my to-do list, and that was to reverse the blades on my ceiling fan because it's winter now. In the summertime, the fan should be blowing the air down. In the wintertime, it should be pulling it up. So I did go through the entire house and clean every single one, although I did not record it for you. You'll just have to trust me that I did it.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spread in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an endless maze. The emptiness had unfolded just like a void, but you broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame.
Since I was already here in this room, I noticed the letterboard still said boo from Halloween. I tried to write gobble gobble, but I didn't have enough letters. I didn't know any other Thanksgiving sayings, so I just wrote hey turkey. I hate this chair, but the only reason it's still here is because of this. These two dogs, I don't know why, they love this chair. They sleep in it together, and it's just so cute. If it weren't for them, this thing would be long gone. I usually decorate for Christmas the week of Thanksgiving, so I'm bringing in all of the Christmas decor boxes to get ready. The next project is to fix a couple of the loose floorboards that are around my house. There are two of them in the hallway outside my granddaughter's bedroom, and then this one here in the dining room that goes between the dining room and the kitchen. In the YouTube video I watched, they used wood glue, but I don't have that. So I'm sticking the glue in the little slats like they did in the video, and then I'm taping it to the floor to hold it in place while the glue dries. Now, I don't know what kind of glue this is. It's like clear tacky glue. It might last a day, a week, or it might last forever. I don't know. While I was gluing that down, I also realized this was loose, so I thought I was just going to pull it up and stick glue underneath of it. I realized it's not even attached, so I pulled the whole thing out and I'm going to glue it back down again, but I have to be very careful because this is irreplaceable. I have one box of flooring out in the garage if anything were to happen to any of the floorboards, but I don't have any of this transition piece to replace if something were to happen to this.
Fighting ache inside of me. It's a deep hole where I bleed.
Thanks for hanging out with me today while I get these projects done around the house. If you like this type of video, please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more content like this from me. I'll be back next week with my Christmas Decorate with Me and hope that you all are enjoying the holidays. See you next week.